welcome. So I am super excited to finally be able to share this tutorial with you. This is for the Christmas in July hop that is going on this month. And so this is the insert I created for my swap partners. This is what it looks like, all not folded, but spread out is what I want to say. And so this is the back side of it. So I'm going to show you exactly how to recreate every single page. So this is going to be somewhat of a long video, but I'll try to speed through it. So the way I plan is by creating a template. So I make the, one prototype so that I know how I want my pages to look. Once I've done my prototype, I cut out all my pieces for all of the ones that I'm going to make. In this case, there are 4. And then I just kind of do it like an assembly line, cut out, all of the front page, all of the second page, the third page, and so on. And I make sure to add little notes for myself, because when you are creating these, it's very easy to get carried away and glue it onto your base, and you forget to add your pom-pom trim or you forget to add your photo pockets and things like that. So I do put little notes in for myself, and then I make sure that all of my pieces are cut out and ready to go and stitched before I start to adhere it. So I want to start off with showing you the base of my insert. It is basically a 10 by 8.5 piece of paper. I score that in the center, and that's my insert. For this one, I added a little flap to the side because I wanted to give it some sort of interactive element. And so this little flap right here is going to measure, I think it was 4 by 8.5. And on the 4-inch side, I scored it at a 1/2 inch so that I could create a little tab to adhere to the base of my insert. So that is the base of my, I'm just using regular letter sized paper. So that's the base. And once I've created my base, I start with my pages. So this is going to be page 1. And then I have, page 2, page 3, page 4, so on and so on. So let's get to the tutorial part of this. I have already showed you the base. Now I'm going to walk you through each page, and hopefully this will be helpful and inspire you to also create this style of December daily. Some people call it a folio, some people call it like a traveler's notebook style December daily, and I was just really excited about being able to share this with you. So I hope that this inspires you to create one as well. So let's get right. So we are going to start with the very first page. So on the very first page, we have this ripped paper, and we have this die cut here on the front. This is actually inspired by some of the paper that I chose to use on this page. This paper right here, I think this is from the Hey Santa collection, and see how it has these little frames here and medals. So that's where I got the idea to do this type of die cut, and it's just using a circle scalloped edge die for the base. I used the Essentials bundle from Scrap Diva Designs to create this piece right here, and then I just cut these down. And okay, sorry about that. And so for this, I just used punch to make the little tail of my little, I don't know what you would want to call that, like a word ribbon, or it looks like an award ribbon to me, or a little picture frame. Super cute. So anyway, and then I just added some snowflakes. I used that bow snowflake die set from Scrap Diva Designs to put that on there. So let me show, and then I added some pom-pom. So these are 2 that I already put together, and I will show you how I do this. So I picked these papers. I really wanted to just do this as the base, but I didn't have enough of this paper. This came from a paper collection. It's a Simple Stories Valentine paper collection, and I can't remember the name right now, but anyway, I wanted to use this red as the whole page, but I didn't have enough paper. So I'm using this pink. This is a Garden Party paper, and I'm using this red. This yellow is a Prima paper, and then we have this from Hey Santa. This one is from Hooray, and this is from Hey Santa. Okay, and so what I do is that I start on the edge. So I'm going to start with the first color that I'm going to use, and this is the order that we're going to be doing them in. So I'm going to start with the red one, and I just put my fingers on here and pull up. And I don't measure, I just, however my hand falls, that's basically what's gonna happen there. And then don't toss this because you can use this for another project. And so I would then add just a little bit of glue because I am gonna do some stitching, so I don't wanna add too much glue. I don't want my needle to get all dirty and gunky with glue. Okay, so I put that on the edge, and now I'm gonna go with the last one, which is this polka dot one. Again, same technique, just tear into it wherever it allows you to. Because they're so small in width or thin in width, it's hard. It gets kind of hard to tear into them. And I'll add my bead of glue. Again, not really measuring, just placing this where I think I want it. I want just a little bit of pink showing through, and I do want it to be a little straighter. So let me see if I can straighten that a little bit, just like that. And that one's done. And then we'll go with the yellow. I love how these colors look together. And again, it's just drawing from the colors from, you know, that paper. It really inspired the whole front cover. I'll just tear some of this. Oops, that was too much. You don't want like a big old white piece of paper like that. And I'll just tuck this under my red, and I'm not gonna glue this one down because I'm gonna have to make sure that I cover up all this space. And so I only glue my first and my last. So next we're gonna use this paper, and we're gonna rip this. These are just so cute. The little illustrations are just so cute. We'll stick that in here. Oops. Oh, I don't know why I can't get it in. There you go. And, you know, before you adhere anything, you want to make sure that you're really under that layer that you're next to. So this one's going to go here. And again, these in the center are not glued down. I just need to make sure that I cover this up well enough. And so this is going to be the final piece of the puzzle, and we'll stick him in right here, and then you know that that is how it fits. You want to make sure to line them up. I always like to use my desk or my table to line them up, and then I'll start to add my glue. So I'll hold it in place and go under and just add a bead of glue. I moved this one. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, and see, you need to make sure that these are all the way under. You don't want to see any of that pink peeping through. Okay, so I'm going to hold this tight and add some glue down here, just like I did with the other one. And then I'll do the same with this yellow, this like mustard yellow or gold. And that is how we did the first page. Did I leave my scissors? Then I'm just going to trim down this excess right here. There you go. Move this over here. And we are ready to put our die cut. So this is what I have. I have this paper right here. I believe this is from the Round Trip. It's Round Trip, or what's that other one? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. It's Crate Paper, Maggie Holmes paper. So I'm going to put this right about here, right in the center. And then I have my little ribbon ends, and I've done stitching on them. And so I did 2 layers. I did some gold glitter cardstock on the back, and then my design paper on the top. And I made the gold glitter cardstock shorter because it's bulky and I don't want it to be bulky under my medallion, under my base, because then it'll, I don't know, it shows through and I don't want it to show through. So I made sure to make the gold glitter cardstock shorter than the design paper. And so we would glue it down just like that. And then for this white piece that goes on top, this is just going to be a template for your picture. So once the recipient receives this, they can choose to adhere it. But I want them to be able to use it as a template to cut out their pictures. So I'm not going to adhere it. I'm going to just attach it with a little paper clip and then maybe indicate on here that it's a template. And then what I did is the final step for this page is the snowflakes, these gorgeous snowflakes. So in this bundle, you get a medium, a small, and a large. They go with the bows. And so I just cut one of each and I just trimmed them down and placed them, cut them in half, and then just placed them like that. And so I don't want to adhere any of this because I want to make sure to go and trim everything, but I just wanted to do the video so you could see what the process was for each page. So there is our very first page, and then of course I added pom-pom trim under this pink right here. So we are ready to move on to page 2. Okay, so this is going to be page 2 and 3, and they're really simple. On page 2, it's just matted. It has a little banner piece right here, and then I used these that I think are so adorable, the pin flags. These are the Christmas pin flags, and so you get several in the pack: Cupid, Magic, Noel, Wish, Jolly, Snow, Merry, and Fa La La. And then it also comes with a little flagpole. These are really, really fun to play with. So I thought I'd use them just as a little banner piece. I think they are so cute. So that was really simple. And then on this side, we have a pocket. And I already have my pages here all done, and see how I decided to go with Santa for these. So all of these have Santa on them. I think they are so cute. Okay. And then this is the third page, and I just did some little photo pockets and added a little Santa sticker. And all of my pages are really kind of blank, and I did that on purpose. I wanted the recipient to be able to add their own title and even to be able to embellish a little more than I did. Like I wanted my pages to just be a base for sure. So these are the little pockets I created for that third page. On this prototype, I just stamped the back pocket, but I didn't like all that white. So I went ahead and just cut a piece of paper to stick in there, which will serve as a little, template for the recipient to be able to use to cut a photo out of. And then I just added a little star to that. So this is Hey Santa, the little stars, Fancy Pants, Cozy Christmas. So there are a lot of different, collections. This is Snowflake right here. And so let's get right to the picture frames. So for the picture frames, I used a piece of paper that measures 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. And I'm using my punch board for this. So I am going to place this on the, 25 right here. And this one is also on 25. So both of my little peg thingies are on 25. And so you just punch, turn it this way, and punch. And see, here are my measurements for this. And then I'm going to move this one to the 75, if I can see right here. Yeah. And leave this one as is, and then just punch and punch. And that's going to leave me this 1/2 inch piece right here to give it the look of an actual Polaroid or Instax. And then I just cut these off. I don't use the blade that comes with I make sure to use big scissors and go from corner to corner, just like that. And you're just going to cut all of them off and trim them down. And then if you have a little excess, you can you can trim it down some more, but I find that works really, really well. You can keep these to use as tabs. Just fold that in half, and then, you could easily use this as a tab on a project. So don't toss those. And then for the pocket, let's do that really quickly. So for the pocket, I have a piece of paper that measures 2 3/4 by 4. On the 4-inch side, you're going to score this at a 1/2 inch. On the 2 3/4 side, you're going to score this at a 1/4 inch. And I just turn it to the other side and do the same score mark at a 1/4 inch. And then we can start to trim this down. I'm going to just cut up like that and like that. And that is what we are left with. And then I'll just fold on my score marks. And I'm just using regular copy paper because I don't want to add too much bulk. I've never used copy paper to create a pocket, so I don't know how sturdy this is going to be, but I'm hoping for the best. And like I said, I didn't want to create so much of a bulk. And then I'm just going to add some glue to this. Oops. Just like that, and grab my little photo frame. And then I'm going to start at the top part of my pocket. So I'm going to start right here to try to line that up as best I can, and then that helps your frame just fall into place. And using liquid glue helps you have some wiggle room, you know, some time to adjust if needed. And that is our little picture frame. I'm just gonna apply some pressure. If you have a little overhang right here, like I do, just take some thin scissors or some smaller scissors, and you can just trim that down. Just like that. And then you add in your little tab, and and you need to make sure that you don't glue this down. See, there you go. And you stick that in there, and you have your little pocket. So this is what it is going to look like when it's inside your book or your page. You can just put those in there like that, and so that's what that page will look like. Super cute. Okay, and now we will go on to the next page. The little snowman page. So this is just a smaller page. It's a little flip out, and you can grab this little snowman and pull him in and out using these pocket dies from Scrap Diva Designs. So they are called the Pocket and Line Detail Bundle. And they're super cute because they come with these right here that you can use as sort of a stitching detail. And these are the different designs that you get. There's quite a few, 2, 4, 6, 7. And so there's different designs. And what this does is create like a little stitching detail or line art detail around your projects. So that's cute. But then it also comes with these pieces that you can use to make pockets. So this is really great if you do, you know, little happy mail or journals or mini albums, that type of thing, because then you can, like on this page, I could have created several pockets and then just lined my pockets with ephemera pieces or pictures. In this case, I wanted just one pocket because I wanted to add this little snowman. I thought he would be cute. And you just pull him from this little paper clip right here, and then you insert him back in like this, and the little paper clip helps keep him in place. And so these are the little pockets. I do have some cut out already. So I have this one cut out right here, and there's 2 different styles of pockets here. So there's this style, which I used on this page, and then there's this thinner style, and I'll show you an example of that one also. So this style, see how it has a little opening or gap in it? That's what this cuts out like or looks like. And then you would just take your little items and tuck them away in those pockets, in those little cuts that you make. And like I said, you could make several and have, you know, several pockets to line. You do have to line the back of it. So I would add this piece of paper, let's say to here, and that's what's, and adhere it, and that's what's going to keep my items from slipping through. So it'll be, you know, glued down here on the back side, and that's what's going to keep this from sliding through. So that's what I did here on this little cutout right here. I just used some of the same design paper. Since it's open like that, I wanted to use the same design paper so you couldn't really see it too much. And then for this one right here, this is a smaller, thinner piece of paper. So I'm going to be using the different style, you know, that thinner style pocket. And again, this is the difference between the two. See how one's really, really thin. So I'm going to run this through and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I ran this through my die cutting machine and I just eyeballed it. I didn't measure it. You can certainly measure it to get a straight line, but I just used some washi to keep it in place so that it would be right where I want it to be. And then I will stick my little tag in here, and then I cut a second snowman. I printed a second snowman and just cut the bottom piece, and that would go adhered right here. And so what that's going to do is just make it look like, you know, it's just one piece, when in actuality it is you know, two pieces. So it just gives a fun little interactive element on my page. And then I wanted to show you what I do to close off the pocket in the back. So if I have this, I'm just going to use some washi because I still need to stitch it, so I don't want to adhere it permanently onto the page. So I'm just going to line this up right about here. And I'm going to stick this snowman through so I can measure how far I want him to go down. And I think about right there is good. So then I would grab my glue and just add some adhesive around my snowman, making sure not to, you know, get any on my little tag. So you see I just outlined it there, and then this paper goes up above that. So just like that, I'm going to place this paper right on top of that. Just like that. I'm going to take out my tag because I don't want it to get any glue on it. And then what I'm going to do is finish adhering it. So I'm going to add glue to the top part where I haven't added glue just yet. It's really simple to create these pockets. I would recommend using just regular copy paper, not cardstock, and that's going to create your pocket and not make it so bulky. I am using cardstock here because that's what I had close to me, but yeah, just regular copy paper is really great for creating these pockets, so it doesn't leave or add any extra bulk. And then I would just trim off the excess because I didn't measure it. You can measure it ahead of time so you don't have to trim anything off. You see, and that should do it. My little pocket should be ready for me to stick my little tag through. So see, now he goes in and he doesn't go all the way, he just goes down as far as I want him to go, or wanted him to go. And then, you know, you would adhere this to the bottom right here. Isn't it so cute? Oh my gosh, I think these are so fun. It's such a fun little interactive page to add to your mini albums or your December daily. So now let's get on with the next one. These right here are the final two pages. And so I just matted this and added a little sticker, a candy cane sticker to this that I got from my December swap from my friend Eileen. Thank you so much, Eileen. They are really coming in handy. And then for this page, I just added some Fancy Pants paper from their Cozy Christmas collection. And then this is a Hey Santa piece of paper, ripped it, added them together, and I feel like that just ties everything in. So that is our little journal, that is what I will be sending. I hope that this helped you, and that you are able to recreate this, and that it inspired you to create a December daily, December occasionally, or just a December mini album. So thank you so much for watching, and let me know if you have any questions in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.